I'm going to step away at certain points to get those done so that you're not sitting there just, whittling whittling away time as we wait for certain things to process through. I'm sure as soon as we get in here, yeah. Foggy waters? Find out what happened. Okay.
War never changes.
You're gonna knock him dead at the Veterans Hall tonight, hun.
You think?
All right.
Absolutely. Now get ready and stop hogging the mirror.
Right.
Now, selfishly, I always decide to be a female. And I think it's mainly
So handsome.
because when I'm watching my character on screen, when I'm watching the character move around on the screen, I want to see the female character running around. I don't particularly care about watching my guy.
Hey,
So
my turn, big guy.
we're going to see what we got here. Okay, so now generally what I do is I always switch here first. I can see those neck seams, but they don't bother me so much. And then when we jump in, which is kind of funny because I did the same thing with him, we lighten the character up a little bit. I'm light skinned, so I lighten up my characters to kind of match me. And then let's get the hairstyle out the way real quick. I usually go for something very simple. Actually, I'm really liking that right there. The only thing that would, frazzled. I will go with that.
As good as the day we met.
And then hair color. Do they have a good red? I just love red. There it is.
Yeah.
There it
that
is.
works.
Okay. I don't think I need to do a whole lot with her. There we go. A little bit bigger lips. Yep. All right, we're going to take that.
You
Let's
have
get up
such
to the
great
eyes.
cheekbones.
Eyes, I want, hazel. Did I select hazel? I think I did. And then, I gotta be honest with you, I'm not unhappy with that. Wait. You know what? Did I just make Nora all over again? Let's just add a little.
That looks nice.
Yes, a little bit of toad to her. All right, let's go back. Let's get the body getting in here. Oh my goodness, I may have overdone it a little bit. Let's thin her up a little bit. Holy cow! Now all the ladies are gonna be like that in here. I think I went a little overboard. You know what? I let's see. Nope, nothing to add. Okay. I might have to advance this a little bit. And let's just let's bring them down a little bit. Holy schmolies. All right, you know what? I gotta be honest with you. I there's nothing I can do. I can't complain about this one. All right. There's nothing to complain about. I love her. All right, here we go. Confirm. Was that not quick or what? Okay, so I think there's a lot of stuff that's gonna run through here. So what I'm gonna do is now that we got that going, I'm gonna pause and we'll be back. Okay, guys? All right. Okay. I think that's everything. This is only a dream. I need to wake up. This is a memory. I don't want to relive it. And this is a memory. Let's stay here a while. So, I'm not going to do this one. I'm not really particularly keen on the kind of unbound kind of start where you're not the person of note, right? You're not the vault dweller. You're not the dragonborn, things like that. So it's really a point of, do we want to stay here and then do that whole opening sequence again? Or do we just want to wake up in the vault? Let's just go ahead and wake up in the vault here. Or not. There it is. All right, I was curious. Like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now, I got to be honest with you. I am kind of surprised at how nice this looks right now. All right, let's get up out of here. Okay, so I guess some things are still going to need to load. So we're going to let that happen.
Come on. There has to be a release. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, God. I'll find who did this. And I'll get Sean back.
All right, so just off the bat, so we can see who we are. So this is us. I'm really kind of liking her, you know. I think every single character I make pretty much looks the same. It's like don't have a whole lot of ingenuity when it comes to that. All right, so this is interesting. Okay, so now I've just somehow started getting into that name for some reason. I don't know what it is. Mitra. Don't even know what it means. I just like it. All right, so we're gonna do something a little different than I usually do. That's how we're gonna start things. And then just want to see Vault staff check-in. I don't know what that is. Paladin tier supporters, Squire tier supporters, Sentinel. I don't know what that means, to tell you the truth. Knight tier supporters. What is that? Very special thank you to Verena, our first knight, Master Cook. Smoothie. Okay. All right. Well, either way, technician's log. All right. Yeah, we'll remember that. All right. Whoop. Okay. Open the door, please. Now, here's the one thing. I'm going to go back to... Okay, thank you. All right, so we have TSS MSR, and I've had people ask me about that. Now, there's a mod that I used quite a bit, always used, right? And it's called Immersive Containers. Now, it was kind of my lazy man approach to it because it was the one mod I found that pretty much turned these static containers into something that you can actually interact with. And you can see here, this is much different than what we used to see. Now, what in immersive containers, we would find all kinds of stuff. Stim packs, guns, weapons, all kinds of things. We don't have that here. That's because I'm using lootable crates and then lootable vault boxes, vault boxes and and oh my gosh, what are the wood crates or whatever? So what we're really getting here now is just resources, right? Crafting resources. So it's probably much better in the long run. Saw me put my hands up. Like, there's some mod list that there's actually a creature over there and it's like, are we are you expecting us to be able to take them? Let's see. So you can see the lootable vault containers. At least there's still loot in there, and so and you can see right here. Here's our carry weight based on the choices we made. So we have 152, but so far we're not seeing any of the outrageous stuff that we were seeing before, and
Oh, God. Why would Vault-Tec do this? I can't be the only one left. Hello?
okay.
Anyone?
Now, one of the things, normally, all right, cough. Yeah, there's a point there. There's that little trigger point. So, I am. It's empty, empty. Yeah. Okay. I wonder, can you transfer can I? Yep. Okay. So, so it is up to me. I'm not a not a huge fan of this camera. I don't like it when they change the camera. I like the default camera. It doesn't bother me none. Right. So, um, now the thing is, I want. Uh-oh. Oh, oh snap! And he ain't scared either. I did startle him a little bit there. All right. He's gonna be looking for payback here real soon. All right. So 2 bottles. Stim pack. So in truth, having to do it this way doesn't allow us to come out with all the, I want to say, OP gear that we normally would. Like right here at this point, we would probably have like 30 stim packs on us. We would have found like maybe a few guns. We couldn't, obviously, can't use them, but we would have all that. Are we getting closer to the, there it is. Now, one of the other things that I have issue with, and as I don't see it, is I don't see my reticle. And maybe it only appears when we're actually on something. All right. There it is. All right.
Giant roaches? What the hell?
Take that. Take that. See, I like to see my reticle because it makes it easier for me to aim and get on target with the objects, right? Now, in here, I usually just take that tape, the Red Menace. I don't play it. Nothing in here. Nothing in there. I don't know that I want all these coffee cups. Let's see what they got stored away in here for us. Now, you see right here, nothing, nothing, nothing. Immersive containers would have put something in these little cardboard boxes. So it's going to take a minute to get used to not being able to get anything out of those cardboard boxes. This is interesting though. You can still get the purified water here. Some Modlist I've seen will either turn this off completely or, hey, it's dirty water also, instead of giving you the purified water. Okay, now, one of the things, if we hadn't turned Survivor on, then, all right, I'm gonna go to first person for a minute. It's just easier to navigate. All right. Nice. You may say, wait a minute, kill it. Don't, hit it. All right, we got that one. See, in the cases here, even though these don't contain like OP type stuff, like shotguns. I mean, literally, with immersive container, there would be shotguns and all kinds of stuff. Granted, I can't equip them. You can't equip anything until you get your Pip-Boy. But once you got your Pip-Boy, then all of a sudden, all bets are off, and you can start equipping all kinds of stuff. Here, I like it because what it does is a head start. So if I can collect as much stuff as I can in here, I make it to the sanctuary. I can make it the sanctuary, with a lot of resources already. A lot of good resources too, because you can see there's a lot of adhesive, a lot of plum bug meat. Holy cow! So we got that going, and so I just have to at some point here, real quick, like hit the transfer button. See, we're getting close. So I gotta get very selective. Ooh. So hard to know what to pass up on and what to, like, you can't pass that up, right? All right.
What happened here? Where is everyone?
So you don't want to pass up on. Me, it's like gold, fiber optics, ballistic fiber, circuitry. There are just certain things that, that aren't truly easy. But then when you're starting out and you've just run into it before, it's like, God dang it, I just ran out. You run out of like crystal. You definitely need crystal, circuitry, oil, ballistic fiber, and you guys know what the ballistic fiber is for. So you always need a ton of adhesive. I think we've already collected quite a bit of. Yeah, so if I do this right now, yeah, we're. Oh, dang it. We got hit. All right. much. One weight. Alright, we'll take it. Okay. Okay. We'll be here all day trying to resolve that.
Is this all that's left?
There we go. Oh, I like that you can equip the glasses. All right. Gotta be very careful.
Nice. Coming back later for you.
A laser pistol, huh? You see that? See, I wouldn't have to do this if, you know, just give me my goddamn reticle. I'm gonna have to look in that, see what setting that is, so I can get that back. All right, so we are over encumbered. All right, so what do we have? Probably the pistol is what put us over, but we need. Where's the rest? All right, okay, there they are. All right. Lab uniform gives us +2 intelligence. All right. Why do I feel like I should have more than that? Can I do without these? I guess I'm gonna have to. And then it's, you know, the coffee cups. Okay. Yeah, I know. And then what's the first thing I do? I run back and then I start grabbing other stuff. Yes. That is something that I have noticed about me. Is that I can't help myself. All right. Oh, look. We got the gun. And we can. I hate that little thing. I hate that. I really do. If there was a way I could disable it and just go back to the D-pad, I would. If I could figure that out. What the frick, man? Oh. I'm about to die to some roaches. Holy cow. I would have deserved it too. Because I was screwing that up big time. What the heck? Alright. Look, it's telling me you can hold LT to aim. I'm aware of this. I don't think that helped me much. At all of them. Oh, he came out with a quickness. He was like, "You shoot my butt." He was like, I'm out here for revenge,
Is
right?"
anyone alive? Did anyone get out?
Holy cow! Normally, you have to get to a certain point before he comes jumping out at you. You have to hit that little trigger point. He was like, you just shot my friend. I'm going to be all over you. Okay. That's an interesting look. All right. So you can see we have to figure some things out. All right. Where's long arms? Okay. So that's going to be one. Everything is kind of close together. I'm thinking. Okay, so part of me is I always do robustness. I always do. Gunsmithery. Where's the other one? Engineering. Nope, that's not it. Where's the other one? There we go. And then what I always see, usually I'll either choose this one, Four Eyes. The Hunchback of Boston is one I usually will. I don't mind the 15% slowdown if you increase my max weight, right? Because that means more carry weight. Same here, compulsive hoarder. I don't mind that you decrease my how much money I'm gonna make. So we're gonna take that one for sure. So really, it's between Four Eyes and Hunchback of Boston, right? So do we want to double dip into the carry weight increase, or do we want to go with the extra perception, right? But then we always have to have glasses on. It's hard to pass up 50 carry weight. All right, so we're slower and we don't get as much money when we sell our stuff. Let's kick this off. Now, I tell you, a lot of times it usually takes me roughly about an hour, hour and a half,
Am I the only one left?
a lot of times to get through the vault. Just this initial piece here. You know what I was looking for? I'm looking for, like, do you have like a little bag or something? You know, some sort of backpack or pack. And let's see, where are we at? Oh, okay. So yeah, we wait. We'll wait. We good. All right. I was like, okay, like I can go back and get stuff that I dropped if I wanted to. Now, what is concerning, so we got 3 stim packs. Okay, we got headwear. Okay, so there it is. All right, so what I usually will do, I'll stick this right here. So I have a quick save. So that is one thing I do not play without. And then settings. All right, not worried about that. Go back. Where is the cheat terminal? I know what you're thinking. You're like, cheat terminal, man. What's up with that? And I don't see it. Did I forget? I might have forgot it. It is very possible that I just, like, in all this, like, I had about 20 or so mods every time I play. Doesn't even matter what game it is. if I get a mod list, 9 times out of 10, they won't have any of the mods that I like to add. So what I do, this is interesting here. This is interesting here. It's interesting for a lot of reasons, but the main reason is one of the things that we were seeing from immersive containers is this. The floor would disappear. Finish. And we don't have that floor. So something had to be something that I've had. It's very possible that it's a mod that I added that has taken away that floor. All right, now this is going to be very tricky right here. I never know what to expect when you first come up out of the vault. And a lot of times I like to sit, get my bearings, and then kind of look around. Now, the one thing that's really going to hurt my heart.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Just leave it at default. The one thing that really truly hurts my heart is you can see these containers over here, shipping containers. With immersive containers, they would have just a ton of loot. And also with these skeletons, right? They would be lootable as well. So you can see there's no loot to be had, right? So that's what several opportunities right there. There's 5 containers over there that you just won't be able to loot. So it is a lot to unfortunately give up for
There we go.
stability. But I got to be honest with you, I prefer. Oh, see, I'm trying to get here so I can look at what's in this box, and that's no longer lootable. So I'm gonna end up doing that quite a bit. And the first thing I do is I head over towards these guys to see, and of course they're not lootable either. So that's gonna take a minute to get used to. But there should be. Oh, there it is, right there. See that box right there, that container? That we want for sure. I am positive that I may not need, because of that container over there, may not need the cheat terminal. I use it for 2 things. All right, once we get here, boom. All right, she is going to be she's going to be a Marine. That's how badass she is. All right, and she was enlisted. And she made it to Staff Sergeant. Close combat. She was an expert marksman and a frogman. And she did light combat. What does that do? Light combat starts you out at level 10. Medium, 15, and then so forth. I think it's five levels each jump. And then no combats, I think, no combat deployments. And I think leaves you right there. I don't know if it puts you at level 5 or not. So you can see that's sparking off. So we're gonna keep going. But we don't know what to expect here. Okay? Anything could happen. Any kind of thing. So we got to keep our wits about us. Do we have VATS? Did I have VATS? I don't remember. Because the trickery that sometimes happens. So this is a mod here. We're not going to take those because they're heavy for one. There it is. Sometimes. And then I will tell you this. It is not vanilla for there to be a bug in here. But some of these mods, they like to get you like that. But there we go. Let's equip that.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Rad roaches. Among those in my domain of study, which I find hard to love, we have these gross, dirty, ravenous abominations that repulse every fiber of my being. Still, it could be worse. At least they go down easy. Entry 12, rad roaches. Full breakdown. Okay, yeah. We're taking that, but, yeah. And then the note. A sealed vault. What a find. I was led to believe there was scarcely anything even close to human left alive in these parts, but it seems that Abernathy fellow was holding out on me. Namely, an entire, intact pre-war vault sealed tighter than a sunset sarsaparilla. I don't own one of those fancy Pip-Boys, though, so this wasteland safari ain't likely to transition to an archaeological excavation anytime soon. Regardless, I figure my services may prove of some use to anyone locked inside, assuming anyone's still kicking about in there. Anyway, I'm something of a biologist, so long as we're using both the terms somewhat and biologist generously. The term I have coined is radiozoologist. I gather knowledge on the mutant fauna of the waste and compile it into a bestiary encyclopedia of sorts. And when I can, I distribute that knowledge freely. So for anyone that happens upon this missive, here's some advice. Stick to the roads and avoid the woods if you're not well armed. To avoid ambushes, approach large vehicles and old structures very carefully. Always scan the treetops and be sure to approach all shorelines and beaches slowly and with weapons drawn. Oh, and avoid swimming. Just in general, trust me. Well, if anyone's down there, I hope this helps. Welcome to the Commonwealth. And if you want more tips or a healthy dose of knowledge, keep an eye out for my bestiary. I often leave the drafts and copies of my work behind for others that might find it useful. Paying it forward is important, and we all have to do our part out here. So if you need a helping hand, follow my trail. Good luck and stay safe out there. Dell Lincoln, your wasteland pen pal. Nice. Stink bug. Okay, so again, nothing in the desk. And the switchblade. Okay. Alright. This dimensional holotape we're taking, and dimensional chest activator. So, real quick here. Now that we have that, turn settings. Just doing something real quick here. Ooh, see, we got our level up stuff already. All right, so I cheat. Okay, whoever doesn't like it, this This is your chance to jump off because right there, that's it. That's it, right? And then we got Dell Lincoln's notes. Let's see. So, oop, wrong one. I went the wrong way. All right, so we got that. We got that. It's got to be here, right? We just, oh, there. All right, so I'm going to try to favorite this. I can't favorite it, which is kind of sucky. Open dimensional chest. This button does nothing. All right. So just to show you what it does. Okay. So we do that, and then boom, and then we now have a dimensional storage that we can carry around. So it's a portable storage to carry around, and we will put our stuff. We'll put our stuff in there, and that kind of takes the place, because I would do the same thing with the cheat terminal. I would open it, and then you can open up a personal storage and then store everything there. So that kind of takes away the need for that. This could be worth investigating because that's not normally there. So that's added by this mod list. The problem is, in doing so, we might open up a can of basically a can of worms. All right, so first things first, let's go, and we need to improve some stuff real quick right off the bat. All right, let's get our all right, I want to get you up there, get you there. All right, handguns, right? I need you there. As you can see, I kind of get everything to a certain point. Need everything kind of up better than what it was before I start just, start picking and choosing which ones we're going to seriously start adding. But some of these, and they're going up faster than I can control it. So, all right. So as you can see, I'm kind of staying to the point of this weaponry. Okay, that's all right. And then zoology. Don't want to go too far with that. So we got 8 left. Let's pick luck. All right. Then come back on over here. Where's the harm in bringing along a few more random things you found for your inventory, your max care? So we will, right? And then we will. All right. Do you really need? Gosh, I don't know if I want to put that much in there right away. All right, and then so that pre-war pet presence population. All right. First, I don't want to see anything that I can't improve anyway. Educated. Okay. Not sure. I didn't read that, so now I don't know what it did for us. To keep a long story short, been there, done that. Upon taking this perk, you may immediately choose another trait. Oh. There you go. Pair of glasses has been added to my inventory. Well, in truth, here, I should already have a pair of glasses on. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna go back here, and then, gosh darn it, can we finish? All right, let's get rid of these. All right. I need luggage lord. Okay. Nope. Nope. All right. We need that for sure. If it ain't broke. Uh-huh. Refractor. Okay. Do we need vans? Radiation resistant. Okay. Okay, so there we go. There it is. That's what I wanted. All right. We'll take that. And we will tag. What are we going to tag? We need to tag another skill. Should we tag influence? No. Persuasion. Or influence. Medicine. Holy cow. Oh, let's see. That sucks. Well, because I didn't accept. God dang it. One more. Ah, there it is. Shoot. Really? Okay. Well, you see, we got to do this all over again because I didn't save. Yeah, I know. We didn't go as high with it the last time around, but okay. Mm-hmm. Oops. Oops. God dang it. Wondering what's happening is I'm using the D-pad to increase these, and the D-pad isn't the most conducive. All right, so you can see here's where we got to start making some tough choices because we want to definitely increase. You see, so um, so we have to come back and say, okay, yeah, maybe we only at 20 at that, so we can do a little higher survival, higher there, and then say, okay, learn the skills, yes. See, learn the skills, but you got to accept it, and then boom. All right, and then again, so when I come out, usually I come over here, I grab the silk beans. Further down the line, there's the hub flower, right about there. But we also know that some additional stuff has been added here. Nothing in there. Now, these have been added by a mod, so they wouldn't be part of the the level list that would be affected or changed by the lootable crates. So what we're gonna come do is this. Quick save. You see there's something down there already. And we're getting tired. Oh, so we do have bats. And it took 2 shots to get that stink bug. Technical documents. Alright, I ain't mad at it. Oh, what's up here? Order to withdraw. Attention. And induce. Okay. Oh, it's the enclave stuff. Alright, so that. Oh, gosh, I didn't need that. Alright. So. Oh, shoot. How much stuff did I grab out of there? Okay. Is that turn around? Can I get up in here? Uh-oh. There's an enclave uniform available here. There's another one. All right, here we go. I ain't mad at that. That was a good stop. Clothing. All right. Armor. Under armor. Enclave uniform. All right, the jumpsuit. This one gives us a tad bit, but I am curious to what it looks like. Hey, I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it one bit. All right, that's what we found. All right, and we get gloves. All right, so we're gonna come down here. Again, we don't normally come this way, so this is all different, right? And then as you look, you can see there's a lot of stuff we can get into. You probably sit there and go, no, there isn't. But I'm looking, I see some hub flower over there. I see hub flower over there. More than likely, there's probably some stuff through there. There's something over there, but I don't know how far I want to get into this. Just because we want to get back to Sanctuary. And then you see that? Look, right there. I mean, that's just a rad stag. And a nuclear one at that. So, we've come this way and we saw what we saw. But it is time to turn it around and get going. This radar thing is interesting because it looks, yeah. So we gotta look into that. Do I want to climb this? I don't know. I was gonna say no, I don't, but hey, guess what? Kind of glad that I did. Wait, anything else? Oh, it's telling me I need to go to bed. Wait, what was that? Oh, it was just a pig floating around. Okay. Okay. Now sometimes what I'll do is I'll come down in here. Oh, So I'll grab these blood flowers real quick here, blood leaves. Just a couple. I don't go too far. Well, one, I don't want to. Actually, there's a encounter up here. I don't want to trigger that just yet. So I just come down. I'll grab the blood leaf. Now, here's the thing. If... Okay. God dang it. What is this over here? Fire cap. Don't know what a fire cap is. All right. Nothing. All right. Oil and a screw. Connecting rod is heavy. All right. I don't like this. That worries me. All right. So, and I'll tell you why I don't like it. And do you see what's happened here? All right, so we're gonna come over here real quick. All right, I'm gonna come back, and then look at my road. Look at my. You see how it's disappeared? The majority of it is just faded away, and then my floor is gone. My floor is gone. That is a mod that I honestly don't like one bit. I think it's an awful mod. I don't know why people want to put it in there. And I think it's an awful mod because it takes away from the spirit of how the game was actually put together and what the game wanted or intended for you to do or be able to do. And I get it. I get it. You know, these, settlement system in the game, it isn't great. But I gotta tell you one thing. It is better than this crap that we're looking at right now. That is just asinine. You know what I mean? And so I just, so for me it's like, I understand how, again, like I said, I know people don't like God dang it. Where are you? So I understand how people don't like the settlement system and how building and everything like that. And no, it isn't the greatest thing in the world, but we've seen all kinds of stuff, creations. And so we've seen it. Did he think he'd just sneak out and just attack me? That's what it seemed like a sneak attack, right? So, so we've seen people with these grand creations, but what you're seeing here is this. So there's a mod, like a pre-built, or I don't know. I can't think of what it's called right now. PRP, I think are the initials for it. I think, and what it allows you to do, and I could be completely wrong. So don't get me, but this is what I see when I see that mod in the game. Is what it allows you to do is this. So when it's time for us to go into, the builder or whatever that system's called, I can't think of what it's called right now. Workshop. So once you go into the workshop, instead of scrapping the whole house or
That's
scrapping
it.
the house, what it'll do for you is for like say 200 steel, it'll rebuild the house, right? Rebuild it. And I hate that. It's to me no. No. Because that's not the spirit of the game. That's not what the game was intended. That's not what, because they could have, I mean, easily done that. So it's like, okay, and then you don't, it doesn't give you a choice where you could scrap it or for 200. It's you just scrap it for 200. So what you have to do is go in, and what I'm gonna have to do is go in and remove the mod. So once I remove the mod, then I'll be able to go ahead and just scrap, as opposed to, you know, re base. I don't want to say repair, but rebuild each particular thing. Because again, I don't want to repair. I want to scrap the house, and then there's multiple reasons why I want to scrap the house. One is zero likenesses. Okay. So that ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. All right, just one. Okay. So for me, it's just kind of like, I don't get it. I don't get why would you just, and don't get me wrong. I understand the argument. I understand the argument of, the system is kind of is crappy. True. But do you think this is better? And the unintended effect that you just caused by basically tearing up my roads and, making everything just I don't know. I'm not going to say that is why the stability is so bad sometimes with the list. It could be, but my thinking is just the main thing is like, I don't care how um
There we go.
I don't care how clunky the system was. It wasn't, that's not causing my roads to look a certain way. That's not making them look, crap, making them disappear, and then giving me potential places where in some places the road is going to disappear on you when you're walking. And then what it's going to do is it can disappear, and then you're going to have a situation where when it does, oh god, was that a bomb thing, like an explosive bomb, a bug, erratic boom bug? Oh, see right there. That makes absolutely no sense to me. You see that? And then if you hit a certain point, like right there, if you fall in there, and unless you know the console commands, you're gonna have to restart your game because you can't get out. You see what I mean? So right there, it's there. Right there, it's not. And no, yes, I've fallen into that ditch. That's why I'm even pointing it out, because I have fallen into that one, and I think it's just awful. see, when I'm walking across, I'm actually walking in. So I'm walking into, see, so I'm not walking on the sidewalk. I'm actually in the ditch. Do you see what I'm saying? So we don't know which ones. You see that? So you don't know. Now, this is partly Bethesda's fault, but it's also the mod's fault, because what they've done is they build these assets, they build them up, right? So they put all this uneven stuff in here, then they build stuff on top of it. And then, if once we add something that completely breaks it down, or basically does this to it, then now we're down here and we're sinking. Look, I'm sinking down into the ground. So it's not, in my opinion, it's just not okay. And I think what we, the um, what you get in exchange for it, I don't think you get anything in exchange. So I don't think, is it worth what you get in return? And I say no, because what I'm getting in return isn't anything worthwhile. Like I said, that whole thing with here, you want to rebuild the house for 200 steel. It's like, no. And then here's the other thing that you miss out on. The whole point of scrapping those houses is to get the resources. So I will say this. This mod seems more geared to those that don't like to craft. Does that make sense? Or is that like a grand leap right there? But it seems like this mod list is geared to. Why do I say that? Well, I say that because I like to craft. And so right off the bat, when I come to this town, I'm going to, start scrapping as much as I can to get my resources to craft. The houses, right? I put a mod on called Crazy Earl's Scrapyard to get as much stuff out of scrapping the cars and the houses as I can. And I don't even know where I'm walking right now. And then so I'll put that on there to get as much. Look at that. Look at that. That is unsat. There were trees right here at one point. Oh, there. See, to me, that is what I'm when I'm doing a mod, when I'm playing with the mod list. That this is the most important part to me, right? Is when I'm walking around and things are appearing and disappearing, and just, is one thing if it's the draw distance, right? How far it is away, it might disappear because but it's another when I'm right up on it and it disappears because, something else is either overwriting it, or it's now unstable because of some other thing. And so for me, that is kind of like what I just, I don't know. Oh, see, and then that's another one right there. The manual reload. Yeah, we gotta do something about that. Wait, am I missing? Can we have 0 chance to hit? What in the world? Seriously. Oh, I got 2 bullets left. I got 2 bullets left. That's not good. I wonder. Yeah, see, look at this. And then you see right there. And again, I took off immersive containers, or I didn't add it on purpose this time around because I knew of the issues, the added issues it was causing. Not to say that it was the only one, but I knew that it was also causing issues. All right, so we got 2 laser pistols. I need. Oh, there we go. Oh. All right. Like, wasn't there a thing here? Oh, it's not there right now. So, what we're gonna see here in a minute is, let's go open this. And this is always like the true test for me. Like, I need, to test, like I said, the stability of the list.
Nice.
All right. And then, all right, so I'm going to come over here. And there's a couple of things, right? So this is how I got to go around these death traps and figure out where I can walk. And then what I want to show you, I can't get in it. Can I get in there? Can I get down? Nope. All right. Other than the screw. All right. See that? All right. So normally, there it is. Okay. So that's a huge test right there, and it's already failed. So what I do is I come back here and I grab those, the girds and all that kind of stuff. You see that? What the F is that? Okay, so this tree, right? So we're supposed to use it to climb up on top of the house to get to that duffel bag. All right. Need to quick save. Crap. Don't miss. I got like a limited amount of rounds. Come on out. Come on out. Oh, it's a swarm. Nice. You needed that. And then I want everybody to take note, right? Because I'm purposely not making the change
Sweet.
yet. We're going to take a break and I will go and make the change. But I wanted to do this all because I wanted to show all of this. And I know, I know what you're saying. I know what you're thinking. And trust me, I thought it myself too. or I'm at least thinking it right now myself. So could the issues, right? So when you see that, you know it's this mod. It is this mod. So I come out. I hope to make it all the way across without falling into something. Alright, so we're gonna come here. Alright. Take the adjustable wrench. There's nothing there. Nothing there. We got a typewriter. Duct tape. That wood. Makeshift battery. Stuff here. Oil. I think that is the rod. There's stuff in here that we can go and take and everything, but it's not necessary yet. A lot of the things you see me looking at is because that's the old stuff with the immersive containers. You won't get that right here. So, alright. So now, you see, we can scrap. And now, the question is, did I scrap the whole thing, or... Okay, it's still there. Alright. Alright, 4 rubber. Alright. I can't scrap this. I can repair. I repaired with 200. You see that? I can scrap this, these bits and pieces. That I can scrap. That 5 wood. Okay. That. Let's get over here. It will not let me scrap the vehicle there. I don't know what knocked the vehicle over either. I can scrap that. You see, I'm getting 5 wood for this tree. I'm going to start this. I'm going to say, okay, you see, it says 30 wood here. It's 25 steel, rubber, copper, and a screw. All right. So when we come back, I'm going to point out the differences. And I'm also going to show you that you didn't do me, because the mod doesn't do me any favors by just letting me repair. You know what I mean? But if it did anything, it just made it harder for me to actually use or recycle the resources here in town to build anything up, or to create defenses, or to create any kind of power, or create any kind of, let's see, can I make, oh, I can make some generators, okay. Because that's all the stuff that I did manage to get out. But you know where all this stuff came from? It came from the Vault-Tec. It came from those Vault-Tec boxes because of the lootable Vault-Tec box mod. If we didn't have that, we wouldn't have all this stuff. So we wouldn't be able to even make these, right? Now, but how much? So I can say one is countering the other, the effect of the other, but when it comes to it in the end, this is not acceptable to me, and is not something I'm willing to live with in order to not have to worry about rebuilding everything. Now, it would have been very ironical if Sim Settlements was part of this mod list. I'm kind of glad it's not. I get tired of it. You know, I used to put it in all the time. But that one guy, that stranger, he gets on my nerves, actually. If I'm being truthful, it just gets on my nerves after a bit. Because it's intrusive. And it's kind of like, you can't avoid what he's trying to get you to do. It's like, dude, just think later, man. And you can't do that. So it's kind of like sometimes I'll put up a beacon just so I can get some people there, and then I'm running around trying to avoid him the whole time until I come back. And it's like, really? And it's just because I don't want to deal with him. I don't want to deal with that because it's several. It's a, you know what I mean? It's like you got to do that scene, and then you got to do this. Look at the ball. Okay, well, I need to go and get all that squared away. Sanctuary roads. Okay. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Okay, guys. So, we're going to pause it here, and I'll be back. All right, we're loading back in. All right, so I went back, and as I stated before, we have gotten rid of the rebuild. That's what it is. Now, with that comes quite a few patches. I think all in all, there were probably about 6 or 7 total plugins that were taken away. So first thing I want to point out to you right here. So we're just going down the length of the house, and then we're going to look at the foundation. And then we're going to come back over here. And remember, when we were here and we looked at certain angles, the foundation would disappear on us, and we would just see right underneath the house. That doesn't happen anymore. All right, so now let's go on over to the road. Now, this guy's sitting on top of the road now, but remember last time we didn't have that. We had the 3 big divots, or whatever you want to call them, right here. And then, we had to come around. We still didn't have any road. You can see the road is there now. I still can't access that, but that's understandable. All right, the house is blocking it. And then we come back here. And like I said, so this becomes a big test for me, because at some point this would have disappeared and we wouldn't be able to see it. Now we still have this, but I'm more inclined to believe this now is just a product of one of 2 things. One, there might be 2 trees here, right? The vanilla one, and then the mod, a mod trying to add in another a tree with more stuff on it, more leaves and stuff. But if you notice, we now are able to get up on top and climb that, and we don't clip through it anymore. So that was a huge thing. Now, come on over here. We're going to go into this house. Remember the issues we had with this house? 1, no floor. Just all kinds of things going on. And then now we have a floor. And no matter which way I look, the floor doesn't disappear on us. Okay? I'm just going to open and get this, and get the Nuka-Cola and the pork and beans. And then you remember when we came in here, there was absolutely no floor. And then we already cleared that out. Cleared that out. We already got that. We already got all this stuff. So we were able to get everything, but again, we were running into all kinds of just issues with, things not drawing correctly, not appearing, um, our street disappearing on us, roads not being solid. So we didn't have solid roads. They would disappear, but now they're all back. And so that's what I'm talking about. And that's why I say it's just not acceptable. If this is going to be the state that whatever mod you have in here is going to create for you. And my concern really is this is just sanctuary. So it is right at the beginning, man. It's right at the beginning of your story. So when we get to some place that's more populated, that's got more stuff going on, got way more assets and things like that, what's going to happen there? We're going to find out, I guess, but what's going to happen there? So we're going to come over here real quick. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to tear some stuff down. And like I said, unfortunately, we're not going to be. What I really want to do now is let's go and look at those things that we were looking at before. But first and foremost, right here. All right, we're gonna hit that in a minute. I'm hungry from a lack of food, so I got to get some food cooked up. All right, so before, and it's still the same. So I got to double check, see, and then, but you see that's 30 wood now. I don't think that's right. And then because what I'm expecting now, let's just make sure we got everything else squared away here first. All right, 8. All right. So, boom. Okay, yeah, now I expect that. This is what Crazy Earl Scrapyard is going to get you right there. When you scrap a house, there should be a whole lot of stuff coming out of it. I'm not saying that you need to get like a treasure trove of resources, but there should be multiple different types of resources, right? The pre-war money, I don't know about that, but okay. But the broken light bulbs, the copper, the fuses, the screws, nuclear material, concrete, rubber, steel. It shouldn't just scrap down to just rubber or to steel and wood. So that's why I use that one, and the same with the cars, right? Except I can't scrap that one for some reason, and it could be because the what's the name mod is making it so that I can't scrap it, which would be unfortunate that they would conflict with one another. But you can see I can't scrap that now, and I can't scrap that, but I can scrap this. I'm gonna have to take a look because I don't recall that being that way, or at least that's the first time I've ever seen it do that. Not saying that that might not be the normal way it's supposed to act, but something else might be preventing that. So when I come in here, like I said, I take care of all of the bugaboos, right? All the creatures, the little crawly things, the creepy crawlies, as that are plaguing the sanctuary, and try to knock them all out. And scrap all that I can. And then that. Can't do anything with that. Let's get the door, the fridge. That's the other thing. When you scrap a fridge, there should be more to it than just, steel and rubber. Or what did you get out of it? I think steel and plastic, maybe. Right. So there you have it. And then, was it here where this guy was not there? I believe he wasn't here before. So what I do is I come through and I scrap just about everything. I still don't agree with the TV and radio just being, you know, just like two steel or something like that. That's just kind of dumb, but obviously whoever just didn't have time or didn't have, the want to be thorough and ensure that there's some sort of leveled list for that. Probably saying, oh, they're not going to pay attention. They're not going to pay attention. They're just going to scrap everything. They're not going to pay attention to what they're getting. You know, it's like, we pay attention to everything, guy. You know what I mean? We pay attention and point out everything. So it's not like you're not going to catch us without noticing, when something isn't done correctly or something's done poorly. So for me, like I said, you got to come in here and then you got to take all that stuff away. What you're probably noticing is I'm purposely avoiding Codsworth. I don't want to talk to him in the dark, in the rain. As a matter of fact, what we're probably going to end up doing is once I finish just looting all this stuff, not looting, but breaking down. And you see, you can't break down everything unless wow. So not everything can be broken down or scrapped. I'm not sure why that can. And it might not be that it can't be scrapped. It might be just that, okay, candle wick. Wait. There it is. See? So it was hitting all those other things first before it would let me break down. Not sure what the candle wick's getting us, but okay. Okay. Yep, can't do it. Okay. So, we're going to exit that. And then, let's go check out the root cellar. See if we can get some food in us. And maybe get some rest. Whoa, it's bright down here. Holy cow. Is that? Oh, okay. I ain't mad at you. Zap pistol. Okay. That's interesting. Alright, tin can. Alright, let's get some microfusion cells going. Ooh, some purified water. Alright. You win. Nope, not yet. Alright, we gotta eat first. Now, okay. You know what? I gotta admit, it looks cool. The cans, they look cool. Okay. But we have to think that this can is 200 years old. They're supposed to look like that. They're supposed to look like the the what's the name isn't made of preservatives. They're supposed to look like this. So I have no issue with how they look. We'll read Vicky's letter in a minute. So it's funny And I didn't see what that first thing I grabbed. God dang it. But we'll look. It's just funny. You know, it's like, is it absolutely necessary? And again, to me, it's what is the trade-off? That's what's truly the thing for me. What is the trade-off? What are you giving up in return to get that can looking like that? Because in these games, there is a trade-off. There's always a trade-off. You know, performance, stability, you know, the more stuff you add in, the less, you know, the less responsive or the less resources you have for something else. Let's see. We got 20 bobby pins. Holy cow.
That's it.
All right. Cool. 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 All right. Let's read her letter. All right. It's me, Vicky. I need your help. Everyone has fled the apartments because the city has got too dangerous. I'm here alone, but I keep noticing shady people lurking around every corner. Make sure you are armed. Who the heck is Vicky? I gotta be honest with you. I want to go find out. I don't want to leave her. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, we can't do anything right now. Gotta sleep. Gotta sleep. Gotta eat first though, and drink. Okay. What do we got? Food. I got tons of stuff, but nothing cooked. That means it's gonna hurt whatever we decide to eat. 2 rats. All right. I'm still peckish though. Don't Instamash. 3 rats. All right, we're properly fed. Okay. Turn drinks. Nice. Parched still. That's fine. All right. I should have had a Gwinnett Stout before bed. Help me sleep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. I wake. I'm still tired. I know, but I am going to sleep 1 extra hour till 6 a.m. All right. I actually really like the way it looks out here. Your glasses need cleaning, babe. Just saying. Look, the ball is back.
As I live and breathe. Oh, it's really you.
It's really me. You're still here, buddy.
Codsworth, you're still here. So, other people could still be alive too.
Well, of course I'm still here. Surely you don't think a little radiation could deter the pride of General Atomics International? But you've seen the worse for wear. Best not let the hubby see you in that state, huh? Where is Sir, by the way?
Oh, nice. I was going to say, am I able to... Let's see. Let's turn this up a little bit. Let's see. Killed him. Killed him, bro.
They killed him.
Oh, Mum, these things you're saying, these terrible things, I believe you need a distraction. Yes, A distraction to calm this dire mood. It's been ages since we've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades. Oh, Sean does so love that game. Is the lad with you?
All right, look. He's been kidnapped.
Sean's been kidnapped. But I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna get my baby back.
It's worse than I thought.
Is it now?
You're suffering from hunger-induced paranoia. Not eating properly for 200 years will do that, I'm afraid.
That's not possible.
No, that's not possible. I wasn't out for that long. Not 200 years.
A bit over 210, actually, Mum. Give or take a little for the Earth's rotation and some minor dings to the old chronometer. That means you're 2 centuries late for dinner. Perhaps I can whip you up a snack. You must be famished.
You alright, buddy?
Codsworth, you're acting a little weird. What's wrong?
Mum, it's been just horrible. 2 centuries with no one to talk to, no one to serve. I spent the first 10 years trying to keep the floors waxed, but nothing gets out nuclear fallout from vinyl wood. Nothing! And don't get me started about the futility of dusting a collapsed house. And the car! How do you polish rust?
Okay, wait, buddy. Focus, buddy. Focus.
Stay with me, pal. Focus.
I'm afraid I don't know anything, Mum. The bombs came and all of you left in such a hurry. I thought for certain you and your family were dead. I did find this holotape. I believe Sir was going to present it to you as a surprise. But then, well, everything happened.
All right, well, thanks, man.
Thank you, Codsworth.
You're welcome. Now, enough feeling sorry for myself. Shall we search the neighborhood together?
Already
Sir,
did,
young
bro.
Sean may turn up yet.
No, already did, man. There's nothing.
There's nothing left here. It's all gone.
Then they're really gone, aren't they? Oh, Mom.
Okay, look, bro. I need your help, man.
Come on, Codsworth. I need your help. Where can I go?
Well, you could head into the city. Concord is nearby. But the people there are as put together as I am.
Okay. All right. If there's people still there.
There's still people alive in Concord?
Yes, although they're a bit rough. You remember the way? Just across
Surely.
the southern footbridge out of the neighborhood and past the Red Rocket Station? I shall remain here and secure the
Okay.
home front.
All right. Let's check out the old house, though.
There we go.
All right. Now, as part of the TSS MSR, the Sole Survivor Military Service Record, as part of that mod,
I'm coming, sweetheart.
it puts this right here. We'll look at that in a sec. So what's that give us? A lot of stuff. All right, so first thing, weapons. I don't know that I need all these. I'm just looking. I have the 9 mil, so it would help to have a 10 mil. I do have the share. I want to take one of those. Hunting rifle suppressed. That would be my sniper. And then would I prefer the laser? 42, the pistol. So boom, boom. All right. So we got that. The caravan shotgun. Not really a fan of the zap pistol for now. The nailer. It's high capacity. Just don't see a need for it yet. Yep, I'm gonna put that away too. Not much of a melee person. Okay, so now, whoops, over here. So it has an opportunity for that, but I'm not gonna take it. What I am interested in is one of these military caps. I'm curious. Oh, okay. And then doesn't give you anything. And then mods wise, here's all like, so we'll take just in case. Actually, I'll take all the mods because I can put them. And then here's the most important thing, right? The problem is, and what you'll learn about me is I don't believe in the whole ammo weight thing. And my thing is, it's a video game. Straight up, that's literally all it is. It's like, I understand, trust me, and I understand those people that want and need that type of immersion. I don't. It's a video game. You know what I mean? I'm perfectly happy using, with my imagination and how I see things as I'm playing. So so just like the whole thing with no dot right there, no, you know what I mean? It's like, and that's one thing I forgot to look at. I forgot to take a look and see if I could put that back. And I don't think it's in the settings menu here. And I could have sworn that, see, your crosshair is on. So there's a mod that's making it disappear. And then I'll find it. I'll probably, what it'll be is like right before, before a session, I'll just have to go in and then say, okay, let's look for that. And then find it. And then when I do find it, I'll take it out. And then I'll have that dot. So I know where I'm looking and pointing and everything like that. So, because I'm not one of those people that just, I don't know. I don't need it to be gone. All right. Now, I want to check something real quick. So, yeah. Yeah. I think there's a mod, right, that we've added that now makes these lootable. Right? And you just saw me loot that. And I think as a result, it's blocking us from being able to scrap it. Okay. All right. Some of you guys are about to get extremely triggered. Yeah, we're gonna do some crafting. Let's see. Can I make it a powerful receiver? I sure can. How much? Ooh, heck yeah, we're gonna do that. And then here, on options, what that's gonna allow us to do, and what I usually do is this. All right. And it's kind of funny because you notice I use 40, right? I don't know why I do. I just do. it just it to me it's a number that makes it kind of all right. I want is that yeah. There you go. All right. Then let's there. Boom. Standard large magazine. There you go. And then yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Let's get this combat rifle going. I need a full. Nope, nope, nope. There it is. That's all I can do. Then let's do it. All right, boom, boom. And then magazine. Can we? Well, we can put that on instead. And then we also need a reflex sight. And that's it. Okay. Gun options. Damage. Hmm. Might as well reload. And recoil. Just knock off. Yep. Huh. All right. That's it there. Just those two. And then real quick, I just want to see if we get. Ooh, we can do some weaving. Okay. Okay. I really kind of. Where's our thing? Where's our. What are we wearing? Oh, okay, there we go. All right, so we're gonna put armor options on there, and then. All right. Oh yes, this is what. Yes. All right. All right. All right. I don't think we can do, but we will do this plus 40. Yeah, doesn't do anything, but the fact that it's there. Okay, and then we don't have any. This armored jumpsuit. It means nothing to me right now, and I will take that. And then, is this the one we're wearing right there? Don't you just love when it does that? Here, just so I don't even get tempted with it. And then that. And then, let's see, military. Yep, boom. And then we can't do anything, but, oh, that's right. Add the, all right. So now we can add ballistic weave 2 if we want. Look at that, look at that. Or we can do a hybrid weave. But before we do that, and my bad, I didn't mean for this to go as long as it did. I forgot to put that there so that we could. Are you serious? Where are you? Okay. All right. You know what? There it is. All right. Thank you. Thank you. For this one, I think we're gonna do that. And then, so yeah. And then, so we'll come back up here to this guy and see what it has left. Okay, we can't do hybrid here, which sucks. We can do a 2. And it doesn't really do anything, but that's cool. And then glasses. What is that? Yeah, let's do this. What it will do though, and then here's the thing, right? So yeah, it's cheaty because now, I mean, we can't put one on because we don't have any more supply stuff. But we can put a weave on that on our glasses, right? And then we can even make it invisible. I like that for um um for like the actual armor, you know, like the leather and the, because at some point they start to get real clunky and just overbearing. So not only can you make it look invisible where you just don't see it, but you're wearing the armor, or you can make it look like light armor, right? So if you're wearing all leather and you want to make it look all light for the arms and then legs, and then you say, let's the chest, all right? I don't want to mess with the chest, so let's just make that invisible. You know what I mean? And then, or if you're wearing this big bulky thing and you're just like, yeah, just make it all invisible. So now this is what we look like. So we keep that. So that's why I like it. All right, so we did all that just so we can now. Let's see. We're gonna put some things away that we are no longer really wanting to carry with us. All right, so granted that. I'm gonna put you away for now. That I really do prefer the black room. And then, even though I might hold on to you. Let's see. Oh yeah, we gotta store that. We gotta store the what's the name? So, and the mods. Okay. So, oops. Chill, babe, chill. All right, here we go. So we get over here, and then what we want to store is this. We want to store in the foods, right? All the stuff that can be planted, all the stuff that can be used to make, cooked. The dirty water can go. I actually put the alcohol in there too. And then I don't know what the fire cap is going to do for us. It's 2 rabs. Oh, 2 rats. And then look, I wonder if you can cook it. And then canned dog food, blood leaf, mac and cheese. All right. So you see, we put all that away. Then we get over here. And then we can put that away. And then putting all these in here will allow us to eventually. All right, come on. Get out of there. It was stuck. She was stuck. All right, normally I'd build up the town first real quick. Go through, put up some defenses, build everything out, but I'm not feeling that right now, to tell you the truth. It's like, let's get cracking. Remember here with everything, being a mess, and then how you were falling through, and then look, nothing. All right, let's get to doing some cooking. Where's my bug meat? So, I gotta be honest with you. What's that gonna do for us? Still gonna give us 2 pickle gourd. I have to think on that because I'm curious. Like, make one of those, right? And then roast. Okay. So here, if you'd taken away the ability to cook some food up for ourselves, I'd have been like kind of annoyed, really. So we got cooked bug. All right. Because sometimes you just get, how do you say, too carried away with it. You know, it's like, okay, now you're lost in the weeds. You know what I mean? You're trying to get too deep into it, and we don't need it that deep. Okay. See, this one's not lootable. So I'm thinking if we came over, yeah, we would be able to scrap that. And that's what Crazy Arrows does for you, see? Instead of getting like 2 steel or 6 steel for scrapping the car, you get way more. Problem is, since this one is lootable, you can't scrap it anymore. And but at least you don't have that stupid repair thing going, which to me is just, I don't know. See, since that's lootable, you can't scrap it. All right. What's our carry weight? All right, so we're good. I can't remember if I've added Vex to the game or not. I don't see her. Now, we did add a few. So, as a matter of fact, if we come down over here, we can see Kazin Radio is available. I always forget to keep adding, because I want to add WRVR. I'm peckish already from a lack of food. Didn't I just eat? How long? How long ago was it that I just ate? Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, that's something I'm gonna have to look into. All right. So we got some. Yep. Okay. Good. There, drinks purified water. Need to put you there. Go back. Medicines. We got blood pack. I need to put you there. I use the blood packs. Sometimes I prefer them to the stim packs. So the stim packs dehydrate you. Oh, I can do it. All right, there we go. All right, fine. Finally. Oh, oh, over here. Over here. All right, so pistols. 10 millimeter. We'll put you there, but we will also equip you. All right, so rifles. Combat rifle. We go there. What is that one? That's our. Okay. And then a hunting rifle is suppressed as well. All right, so that's ours. And as a matter of fact, we're going to put you there. The carbine, I don't know what we're going to do with you right now. Shotguns. In truth, that's not usually where I put them, but all right. Switchblade, I don't know. I don't think I need you at all. Energy weapons, the laser rifle. Excuse me. We're going to stick over there. Okay. Oh, mutant found. All right. Radcoons. Okay. Northbridge snow globe. And a carbine. All right. I think he's trying to warn us. That who's whistling? Me? Or is that the raccoons? See that dot? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want there. I want it all the time. It does not annoy me to be there. It annoys me when it's not there. there's our buddy. Where'd you go? All right. Yeah. Hey.
Hey, boy. What are you doing out here all by yourself?
Hey, you want to come with me, bud?
You want to come with me, pal?
Looks like you use a partner.
Okay, then. Let's stick together.
Yeah, 'cause I can use a partner too. Here, let's get ourselves properly prepared for the ambush. Oh, I don't want to do that. That's what I wanted to see, if there was anything already in there. Okay. Let's get the rat poison. Tin can. Skizzers. Alright. Now they're gonna attack. Get the money out. Let me get these cigs. Alright. Alright, just a folder. Did that say wood chipper or wood chip? I think, oh god, I didn't want the concrete. Of all the things to pick up, the concrete weighs 3 pounds each. Dog meat, you alright, bro? Already, I gotta heal the dog. I'm gonna die because I gotta heal the daggone dog. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you absolutely fucking kidding me? Look where I'm at. Lesson learned. Fuck the dog. God dang. Seriously. Now all of it is lost. And it's my fault because you can quick save anytime. Apparently the Modlist does come and it allows you to quick save anything you want to do. So there's 100% no excuse whatsoever for dying like that. As a matter of fact, as soon as we got there, we should have saved. Why? So I wouldn't be right back right here where I am. Pissed as all get up. Having to do that all over again. Well, guys, this has not been fun. This is Wasteland Reborn. Turn your back for a second to help a fallen comrade, and you will die. Everybody's out for themselves. Every man for himself. In this case, every woman for herself. Screw the dog. So yeah, we haven't talked to Cosworth yet. Absolutely nothing that we've done since stepping out of the bunker has legitimately happened. So next time, if there is a next time, I'll probably, I don't know if I'll redo it all on camera or I'll probably just get in, do all the stuff over again, and then pick it up when I cross the bridge to get the dog. But right now, yeah, I'm 100% pissed. Pissed. I'm more mad at myself at this point right now, just because, like I said, you can save as much as you want. There's nothing stopping you from saving. So even like adding this thing in here, not a big deal, because I don't even need it. I don't even need it because you got it right there. Quick save. It's easier to do that than it is to use the wheel. So I will tell you this though, if I figure out how to take the wheel off, get rid of it, I will. So if you think about it, there's going forward, the key things that I would change about this is one, I want my reticle. I want the dot. I want the dot in the center screen. I want it there all the time. I want to know exactly where I'm looking. 2, I don't want this. And somewhere down the line, it's changed because I shrunk it and now it's back to the original size. And that's even more annoying. So those 2 things I'll get rid of right away. The other thing too is time scale. I think time scale is set at 20. I don't like that. So we'll fix that as well. But until then, hey, this is us signing out. Until next time. Can't believe that. Can't believe we got killed stim packing the dog. And then by the time there was nothing I could do. And you see how hard they hit? I mean, it was 3 shots, but still. He got 2 shots in before I could even get the wheel up to try to heal myself. And then you saw I got the wheel up and I couldn't get to the daggone stim pack. And these aren't fast acting either. So they're slow. So I would have been dead no more. As I'm trying to get to the stim pack, I'm realizing even if I stim pack myself, I'm going to die. Because it's slow acting. It's not fast acting at all. So we're not going to get enough hit points back before the next hit comes in, and that will keep me from dying. So yeah, there you have it. Okay, guys, remember, if you're enjoying the content here on the channel, definitely leave a like. That's very much appreciated. Leave a comment. Let me know if you've tried this mod pack. What do you think about the mod pack? And what do you think about the whole issue with the rebuild system? And let me know if you were experiencing any troubles with that yourselves. Again, I know someone else that I've seen some other playthroughs from like a year ago. I'm going to look at theirs and see exactly if they were having any trouble. And it's because, because the one thing is when I'm doing a playthrough, it's never 100% just that mod list. It can't be. It just can't. And then I think it's because I'm too stubborn and obstinate about what I want in the game, what I need to have in the game, and what I'm willing to tolerate. Right? And that's probably why I like the Bethesda games so much, because those are the ones that give you the most freedom to modify them, to mod the games. And the I'm going to say the widest range of modifications you can make in these games, right? So they become like closer and closer with modification to the type of game I want to play and what I want to be doing in the game. And then so just to blindly take any mod list and say, okay, this is it. No, because for me, it's like, I don't like everything that everyone else likes. And there are certain things that I just don't tolerate at all. You know what I mean? So it doesn't even matter if it's just what's part of the mod list. No, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to tolerate that. That is just something I'm not going to play with. So it's kind of like, I don't buy Souls games. I just don't, because that's not my type of game. It is not me at all. And then so will I get a mod list that takes these games as close to a Souls like game? Okay, yeah, I guess I can see that. Yeah, but then guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna say, yeah, we're gonna go forward, but I'm gonna back off a little bit. And I'm gonna take out the Souls like pieces that I don't like, and I'm gonna modify them to be the way I want them to be. So there we are. So right now, it is impossible to watch one of my videos and see 100% that mod list, because there will probably be some things that I take out or additional mod. There will always be additional mods that I add in that are going to change some things. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to overwrite anything. My mod that I'm adding in is going to overwrite whatever that mod list is going to change, and simply, like here, I add in the clothing mods, right? So there's 4 different clothing mods I put in for that. I add in the lootable crates mods, and then I'll add in, the Crazy Earl scrapyard. I'll add in, I didn't add in this time because I forgot, the cheat terminal. That one, so there's 2 things I do with that, right? It's the portable, but we have that anyway because I have it right here, the dimensional chest activator. So basically I have my bag of holding right here, and I don't need the cheat terminal for it. But the other thing that I do with the cheat terminal is I change the time scale to 5. So, and that's something we haven't done yet. Then I'll add in like followers. Heather Kasdan, Darlene. There's a couple of others. I can't remember their names. And then I didn't add it this time, but I might still. Ellen, the cartographer. Those are ones that I'll add into the game for sure. Right. And, like in Skyrim, I'll add in Sophia. I'll add in Marissy, myself, because most lists goes with like Caden and Lucian and Inigo, the 3 that I don't want at all. You know what I mean? I don't take them out, but I just ignore them through the game. I don't go get them. I don't play with them. I don't quest with them. They're just not. I have no interest in them at all. So it's kind of funny, Like I said, it's a matter of, what do you want? What's your taste roll towards? So there we have it, guys. I'm gonna go ahead, cut it right here. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. All right, peace.